Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. Welcome to this reading. We will take a look at who is crushing on you at this time. We have pile 1 here, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Make sure to choose with your intuition whenever you're ready. The timestamps for your reading are in the description box in the comment below. We will discuss the tarot, oracle, charms, astro dice, and some letters and mini tarot as well. So I'm excited to get started. Whenever you're ready, pick your pile and we'll get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at who has a crush on you here. This can be a secret admirer as well. We'll just see what we get here. Okay, so the first card we have is the Ace of Pentacles. This is someone, they can be an earth sign. They don't have to be. It just means that they have a lot of planets in earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But either way, they're very resourceful. They're very grounded, take practical approach to solving problems. They are always looking for the next opportunity that is going to lead to their flourishing. They take care of themselves and their environment, their valuables. They do not like toxic situations and people. Just the grounded energy is really loud and clear though. This can be someone who takes very measured action, does not rush to conclusions, takes their time, savors the moment, and they appreciate things that are around them. They take time to appreciate things which are in their environment and things that are important to them. They are good with finances, they are career oriented. Okay, let's see some more cards here for pile 1. Who is this secret? Well, who is this admirer? Secret or not? Who has a crush on them? Yeah, speaking of the Pentacles, the first card we have is Explorer of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. And I was getting that vibe, the steady, one by one step after the next, not rushing, not looking too far ahead, not worrying about too far into the future, just making sure that the present is done well. And of course, the Explorer of Pentacles knows what they're working towards. They have a vision to become the King of Pentacles. It's just that they know that in order to become the king, you need to do the work right now. You need to keep moving one step after the other without backing down. This is giving the farmer vibe. You always get up, you have a routine, you wake up with the sun and you work on the land, staying connected with the earth and so on, right? So that's a very grounded, humble person as well. Okay, then we have the Explorer of Wands, two exploring cards here, two knight cards that just says that they are action-oriented. They correspond to the cardinal signs, and that's the most action-oriented suit we have in astrology. So this is like fiery and passionate, knowing the ambition, being spontaneous with the movement. It's as though once the spark is there, once the opportunity is there, this person does not back down. They just explore it. They immediately, go for it. I'm not sensing a very overthinking vibe. It's just that the risk has to be calculated. We also have Two of Cups, which means they are seeking harmony, they seek flow, emotional stability and balance is very, very important to this person. They value very meaningful and deep connections. Intimacy, I'm hearing intimacy is very, very important. It's not more, intimacy can have many different meanings, right, to different types of people. But to this person, it is more about that soulful conversations where you just have a knowing about each other, you just have a feeling of how the other person might be feeling. It's just very natural and flows, and you can just have a very simple conversation, but somehow the time flies and you're just sitting there. It's one coffee place, you're sitting in the one spot, and before you know it, it became from evening till night, and you're enjoying each other's company so much. And that goes for every type of relationship. Even if they hang out with their friends, they want them to be people that they really have fun with, who can, help them share. Like, they're not judging of anything, because even this person does not judge, right? Yeah, there is an emotional flow, because at other times this person is mostly practical and head in the game. They are very bold and passionate as well, but it always has a purpose. Meanwhile, with the Two of Cups, it's giving me that vibe that they like to have the space where they can just flow as well. Okay, let's get some more cards for pile 1. Who has a crush on pile 1? Yeah, that's way too many. But we will take this, and let's see. We have 4 of Cups, apathy, Moon, and Cancer. Okay, so very sensitive person here. And they're very careful with the matters of the heart. Okay, they're careful in general. That's just their approach here. But they are careful about matters of the heart, because when they invest quite a bit. And Moon in Cancer can be extra protective about its vulnerabilities, simply because it has so much space to be vulnerable. So that's why they look for this instant connect. Either it connects immediately, or they will start doubting the connection and close off a little bit and kind of wish that things were different. They're not as go-getting in terms of emotions, really. With the career and finances, and also things that give them drive, motivation, wake them up in the morning, etc. Some things that are exciting and spontaneous, the passionate side of things. They've got that covered. They take a lot of personal ownership and they move forward in that direction. But with the Cups cards, which connect with the heart and spirituality, there is something that they turn away. There is sort of there is a desire to connect, but at the same time they also turn away new connections, or they're very, very cautious when there are new connections there. They kind of imagine that the chances are high that it would not be a very close bond. Okay, they don't open up very easy. All right, we have Knight of Cups. Although when you get to know them even more, and once they start opening up, and that's what I was going to say next before I got this card actually, is that they're very romantic with the Two of Cups as well. They want to have deep conversations, long conversations, just expressing how each other feels. Knight of Cups, when they start expressing, they're very, very romantic. And again, they don't want to apply this effort for just about any connection. They have a natural charisma, and they're willing to let that on full display. They are coming off very confident as well. When they find someone they appreciate and they like, and they don't let this boundary kind of come in. They are actually very sweet and understanding. They have good emotional intelligence as well, so if you express something clearly, they will be willing to understand and see things from your perspective as well. Okay, let's get to know a little bit more about this person. Pile 1, we have the edge of evolution feels messy. Yeah, okay. Can I have one more? I feel like they don't like to get out of their comfort zone too much. That can be a very earthy quality here. And when they do get out of their comfort zone, they want to make sure that it is worth it, because otherwise it's just a lot of messiness for no reason. That again points to what I was saying earlier, that they do not like toxic situations. That might also be why, they kind of close off and they're a little bit blah about new connections. Opening their heart is not really their go-to move, but once they open up, they properly open up here. Okay, and we have you are living poetry as well. So they can be an artist. Oh yeah, Knight of Cups is very expressive, right? So creative, artistic, or also they're very connected with their emotional body. So with communication and expressing how they feel towards you, towards the connection, or since this person, is appreciating you. they could be writing a poetry or a story, some type of letter here as well. I see planning for a date or surprising you with flowers or something of that sort, doing something sweet and sensitive. This person seems to be like that, but before that they like to get to know a person and see if the spark is there, and if it is there, then the wooing begins. But yeah, the Knight of Cups, when they start appreciating, it can feel like they're putting you up on a pedestal and like everything about you is just perfect. You are living poetry, right? It has that flair for drama and stuff. So yeah, this person could be writing, wanting to reach out in a constructive manner towards you with these proclamations of, adoration and stuff. And that's very, very interesting. Yeah, but they can be artistic or creative. Okay, let's see. Who is this secret? And who's this crush? Who's crushing on someone? Okay, let me just get that. Okay, we have ready. That is again a cardinal sign, like I'm just ready to go. I'm done with sleeping. I'm ready to go. The sun is out. The sun is brighter in the sky. Let's just go for this. Okay, let's get some more. Let's describe this person who is crushing on pile 1. We have follow the rabbit. This is like the first thing I thought was lucky. Lucky fortune. I'm wanting to read this. Not sure if I will get something. The description is quite short. Explore, investigate, probe. What will you discover if you followed the rabbit of curiosity? Yeah, this is like wanting to get to know you type of things, the dating, and they might think that you're a lucky charm. I'm really getting the lucky. They feel like they themselves have been very fortunate as well. That can be true for some. Yeah. They are excited about getting to know someone. Again, it is that until they don't like, they don't like. When they do, they're all open and ready to bond and ready to talk and everything, right? It's just such a difference. And it is up to them. They kind of keep that to their own hands, only if they feel right, They like to explore topics based on their feelings. Let's see if we get something more. Pile 1 viewers. We have the universe has my back. So this person here is very supportive and loving. They're also intuitive. They could be a person that works in the night as well or works long hours. Yeah, but again, that owl with the eyes closed, this tells me that the amount they rely on their feelings and intuition is quite high. Yeah. Okay, let's get the other cards now. Pile 1 viewers. Who is the secret? Who is this? Why do I keep saying secret? Is it a secret? I don't know. We have love at first sight and proud spirit. Yeah. So this is talking about confidence and charisma as well. They might be wanting to come forward with proclamations of, about the confessions, basically. We have playfulness, so flirting, dating, all of that. Okay. And we have dangerous pleasure. Yeah, they do have the very fun streak. They are very, charismatic and spontaneous. Provided that their emotional set point is okay, that they're not acting from a place of hurt. There is nothing dangerous about pleasure at all. It is just talking about having a good time and doing something perhaps a little bit risky, like trying something completely different. And you don't know how that's going to turn out, like trying a new restaurant, for example. That can also be stepping outside the comfort zone, which is not really their go-to move. But if it is exciting enough, or if the mood calls for it, then they are going to go for this new thing. I'm getting a bit moody as well with the 3 cups cards we have. They're a little bit moody. Sometimes they might just want to go for something risky. Sometimes they just want to stay mellow and in their comfort zone. Sometimes they only want to hang out with their close friends. Sometimes they want to meet new people. You know, it keeps changing quite a bit. Okay, let's get you Astro Dice now. This here, and then we get charms and letters, and we finish off the reading. So, yeah. We have 11th house, we have Virgo, and what did we have? Mercury. Okay, so this might be a friend already. You might already be in communication with this person, or the secret to the word that just keeps coming out of me here might be a friend who has a secret crush on you and does not want to talk about it because you're friends. That's possible. Or you work, but you're also friends with them. You have a lot of conversations with this person. That's also possible. One of you could be, we did see the earth sign going on, so you know this person could be a Virgo or has Virgo in the 11th house, or Mercury in Virgo. Mercury rules Virgo, so someone is a great talker, has a methodical approach, and is very tactful in communication. Okay, let's see charms. Okay, we have a heart, which is appropriate. We have 2 dolphins, which is the symbol of playfulness. We have the snowflake, we have the shell and starfish, and we have the knitting kit here. So this is wanting to make something with the hand. That could be what this is talking about. They like to do things hands-on with the Pentacles cards. The heart is self-explanatory. The snowflake, this could be talking about how you're unique, or they feel unique when you're with them, how you make them feel. This person could also be someone who wants to be a strong individual, wants to make it in some way, in some area of life. Does believe in playfulness, has that fun streak, and when they're playful, they become a little bit childlike, but not in the pages way. Like Knight of Cups is like, let's go explore something and let's go do that and be really excited about it, you know, very up and about, that type. All right, then the shell and the starfish here is again that the sea things coming up. The starfish is very squishy and it is vulnerable as compared to the shell, which is much harder. So they're protecting themselves because they don't want to get cut again, they don't want to get hurt again, because yes, they can regenerate from difficult circumstances, but why go through all of that trouble, right? They have faith in themselves, hence the internal charisma. It's just that they're selective about who they let into their lives. Okay, let's get some more information about pile one's person who's crushing on them. All right. We have the 3 of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Swords as well. There's the whole counterpart energy. Is direct and honest, this person. We have O as well. This could be the initial of this person, doesn't have to be. It can also be talking about how this is a new connection, and they want to take a new leap of faith towards this or come to you with some communication. Two Swords is about, and also the 11th house is the Aquarian, can be talking about communication or thinking about something, planning about the future, looking ahead, planning the future vision, getting the hopes and aspirations clear. So in general, this person is quite sorted in terms of the material side. Their mental capacities are really good. They might be very intelligent. They have very good foresight. And even the Three of Wands is like looking into the future, but not way too far, just like 3 steps ahead. So first they have that very clear vision, then they come closer to home, and then they come to the next immediate step, right? That backward process helps them begin many scary things, do many things that are initially scary as well, and make constructive steps in life. Is a very strong communicator, can be very good with words and expression in general. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated with you. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I hope to see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the rose quartz here, so let's take a look at who this person is who has a crush on you. So you chose the Magician. Very powerful. This is probably a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, but does not have to be. This denotes a person who has immense skill socially and also in their craft, whose mind is their greatest feature. So their intelligence, their communication, all of this is very polished, or they make sure that they are speaking correctly and that their line of thought is not based on false foundations of any type. Also, the Magician is about using every resource at their disposal. So they're very good at recognizing opportunities and also taking advantage of them for the betterment of their life, of their people, and so on. Their priorities, basically. They have faith that whatever they need will arrive when the time is right, or whenever they are ready to take advantage of that opportunity. They don't think information just comes by and disappears without leaving an impact. So the power of words and the thoughts is very imprinted in their mind. A master manifester just has that natural knack. Also very good and skilled at manipulating conversations, can be really good in management positions, and they know how to highlight what is good, and they can transform the things that are not working into something that can be really productive. They can see the bright side of things, but they're not just making it up to make people feel better, but that they actually see the good perspective, the brighter perspective, and they also know how to manipulate their surroundings to make the best use out of whatever is in front. Okay. They're very proactive as well. Good voice. I'm feeling tall. Some pair, either, okay, I know ears are a weird feature, but they do come in pairs. So they might have a ear piercing, or they have nice ears somehow, if you're into that. And then they have nice eyes, nice arms, nice legs, everything in the body that is in pairs, that is very symmetrical, or those are their most, attractive features, basically. Okay, let's take a look a little bit more. Since the mind is popping out, I want to use this deck. Let's see, who has a crush on pile 2? Okay, the first card we have is the Page of Swords. Again, a mind-focused card. That's very interesting. I'll put that up there. And we also have 8 of Pentacles. Exactly, that skill and tact and communication that we were getting earlier. That is so apparent. The Eight of Pentacles is working on something every single day, trying to make it better, reach perfection according to what is the vision that comes in their mind. They want to make that a reality, and they put everything that is there to make this happen. This person, again, very smart, has all the information. They keep reading, they keep talking, they keep debating in their own minds or with other people. They like people with whom they can be mentally engaged. Once they start talking, they might talk really fast, and they might have a lot of different things to say. This can make them seem a little bit scatterbrained, because Page of Swords is not yet fully developed. It is still excited to see all there is to learn and know. So it is still in the beginning stages and is not really cool about the information. But by the time you get to the King of Swords, that is, as they increase in maturity, they start expressing more tact with their words, and they use that as a tool in their craft. And they want to master each and every aspect of their craft. That's their ultimate goal here. Nice hair. Here as well, the hair is standing out too. They might have nice hair. What else? Yeah, again, I'm getting the whole management, and anything related with communication, connecting with people, or something that involves a lot of reading and researching and then making something out of it. Engineering is as well a part of the job here. Okay, let's get some more cards. So, pile 2 viewers. Who has a crush on pile 2 viewers? That's way too many cards, so I'm gonna keep shuffling. We'll take this one. Pile 2 viewers. Who has a crush on pile 2? Pile 2. Okay, fine. So be it. We have 9 of Swords. This pair, Mars and Gemini, again, that scatterbrain that I was getting, they might have like flip-flopping energy levels. It's like, as long as the craft is going well, they're fine, but they have trouble either keeping that attention, and they might be a starter but not so much a finisher. They are very committed to working on their craft, so I don't think this is a big problem, but their lows can be very difficult for them to deal with, because mind, their most treasured asset, is then not working in their favor, right? So when they have too many thoughts at once, they take on way too many things, then they start panicking, and they're not really sure about how they can move forward from there. How can they move towards this perfection that they are striving for? Okay, overthinker might get anxious when it comes to actually presenting a craft. This is especially true if they're not normally on stage or communicating with people all the time. We have the Fool here. So this is someone very optimistic. Oh yeah, I get it. This is someone who overpromises and underdelivers, given all these different cards. So they are actually very excited about many different things, and they want to do a lot of things, and they are actually skilled at many different things. But because it's so many things, they have trouble going to the full depth of each topic. So again, that starter, not a finisher. That type of vibe is showing up. Fool is also a naive and thing, so when they are exploring something new, then they kind of underestimate how daunting it can be, or that they're so trusting in the will of the universe, or like that the resources will come. They kind of take that for granted, and while that acts as a very good manifestation technique because you're having faith, it also goes to the other extreme in the physical world, because not everything is ready as soon as you are ready, right? So things take time, and that's where they might lose a little bit of patience, or they can get discouraged really quickly then. The Fool as well is very brave, so whenever they recognize an opportunity, they're not afraid to take risks. And again, with experience, this becomes just calculated risks, and they don't do any reckless activity. With age and experience, but before that point, they have to jump off a couple of cliffs and recognize that perhaps that was not the wisest choice before they learn their boundaries. Okay, let's get some more cards. What shall we get? Who is this person that has a crush on pile 2 viewers? Optimistic as well. Very hopeful, adventurous spirit, is always open for exploring something new, sees the potential in things and wants to again make full use of that. Okay. Who is this person who has a crush on pile 1? Sorry, pile 2 viewers. Wow. Okay. We have a lot of cards here, but I'm just going to take it. So we have one step ahead is all you need. Once again, that taking a leap of faith and making that first step, going from 0 to 1. Then we have the sacred flow of yes, could be a Pisces. Or again, Pisces is as well like 2 fishes, so something with 2. This is a person who's connection oriented or likes to relate with others and the environment. Again, we have collaboration of souls, which is the 2 of cups, or the lover's energy. And we have you are light. Lovers is as well Gemini, by the way. And you are light, so they are very optimistic and joyous here. They like connecting with people. Let's see what else we get. Pile 2 viewers, who is this person? Has a crush on pile 2. Yeah, the first love, this is as well a very naive type of card. When I got the Fool, I was thinking, oh, maybe first love. That I was recalling this card here. But that is just seeing everything with just fresh, wondrous eyes. Okay, so if you want to take a fresh look at things, this person is the go-to. They have a new perspective on many different topics around the world. They see the world just, quite differently. We have the Moon here, so their intuition is as well coming out. But more so than that, I think this pointing to the tendency to get caught up in illusions. And while that is very creative and imaginative and beautiful, it is important to come back down to earth and ground your ideas and inspiration. Otherwise, it is just a head in the clouds type of situation. And that can also lead to that over-promising and under-delivering tendencies or over-optimism of the self. Okay, let's describe this person who has a crush on pile 2. Very good with artistic stuff. Again, the skill is just excellent. This person is really very talented at whatever they do, at anything they decide to, make their vocation. Yeah, they're just good at what they do. Okay, we have happiness is my birthright, again pointing to the optimistic tendencies. And they also tend to bring joy into the room, so it's not just for, the sake of it. The sacred flow of yes is as well, they go with the flow and just go where it leads them, basically, right? So sometimes we need to sort of narrow down. We need to trim down the different options we have, otherwise we can get overwhelmed, right? But they tend to do that, and in that process, if they don't have like a clear idea of what they're looking for, they can get really lost in the whole process. We have harvest. They like to put things into action. They like to kind of go through that entire process of, planting the seeds, taking care of it, waiting for it to sprout, and then, reaping the rewards. But they are really looking for those rewards. Why they're able to take the risk is because they have a goal in mind. Whenever this is, their mind is collected and they're acting very productively and proactively and so on, the better half of what we are talking about here, that's when they're like locked and loaded on a type of goal and they're ready to take a chance on their dreams. And we have relax. This is where they're going with the flow here, and they are trusting in the movement, the timing of the universe as well. Okay, let's get some astro dice, charms and letters. Okay, Pilot 2 viewers, can you please describe this person who has a crush on Pilot 3? Pilot 2. Okay. Let's zoom in. So, yes. So we have Mercury, 11th, and Scorpio. All right. Scorpio can rule the depths of the mind. It can be the subconscious blockages we have that we need to transform and work through. And once we do that, we are a master manifester. We use the power of the subconscious and manipulate our surroundings to make a wonderful reality for us and our loved ones. And in this case, for humanity as a whole as well, they might have this sense of pride also with the sun here, that they want to be of service somehow in some way, and they want to use their skill to awaken others, to speak to others, to inspire others, something using their skill and words that they want to ignite in a large scale. So their ambitions are high, but they might have trouble funneling all their focus in what is truly relevant. But yeah. And really good with communication again. Think about the big picture. They might discuss a lot of worldly events like politics and stuff, or things pertaining to humanity. Basically, it's not just about the infighting of different governments, but how that impacts the common person. That's what might interest them quite a bit. Their mind is awesome. Really, like Mercury rules Gemini and also Virgo. Both things we're talking about, they're really these two signs somehow, like something is in their sun, moon, or rising. Okay, let's get some more information for who is crushing on Pilot 2 viewers. We have the Queen of Swords coming out. I'll put that in here in just a moment. Okay. We get two things. We have why. Yeah, I keep asking why. The inquisitive nature. The Queen of Swords is again Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, the air signs, and air signs correlate with the mind and speech as well. We also have, doing the work and harvesting. When I saw this harvest, I thought of the Seven of Pentacles, and I thought this was the seven. I was like, that's interesting. We don't have that. But, I mean, there we go. And we also have Three of Wands, which is that optimistic side, looking to the future, looking with good cheer and expecting the best and nothing but the best, because their mind is aligned, their work has been done, so there's nothing else to do, and everything is at the disposal of the external world or the universe, and it just expects the universe to take care of it, because he has done, they've done their part here. Yeah, right? Okay. We have Black Cat, which is very related with the moon and also intuition that we were getting earlier. We get this whole, we have the owl as well. Oh wow, we have a feather and we have a thimble. So the airplane, what I was talking about, taking flight, just going for it, taking the risk, moving fast. The air, the air element is again emphasized, and this is a material thing, the meeting of the air and earth, that's highlighted here. Mind and matter, they want to utilize these two elements. Oh, this year might be quite interesting for this person, because all the Mercury retrograde cycles we have this year are taking place in like earth and air signs. Like it starts off in the earth sign, and then it starts off in the air sign, and then it goes in retrogrades into the earth sign. Yeah, I think something like that. But either way, like these two elements are not ones that we consider meeting, and yet Mercury this year is trying to make these two meet. It is enabling the transition between these two elements. It's acting as an intelligent bridge. So this person is very much in sync with this year somehow. They might be getting their own signs and synchronicities, so there are some very new beginnings and major changes taking place in this person's life. Okay, thimble is they are protected, and they count on the protection of the divine, and also with the feather here. And the black cat and the owl as well are very, very spiritual in nature, and very metaphysical. It's like they don't know exactly what is working in the background, and they're not very curious to go after it like a Scorpio would, but They definitely know that there is something more to life, and that there is a lot of things that we do not know that excites them. And also because of the unknown mysterious nature of it, they are inclined to have faith in whatever that there is, and they have tested out their faith, they have experimented, they might be very explorative, they've questioned it, tested it, and they have faith with proof that it works and that their methods are working out for them. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this reading resonated. There were quite a few specific messages, so please take what resonates. This is a general reading after all. But if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I hope to see you some other time. Take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at who has a crush on you. You chose the emerald right here. And you got 3 cards right off the bat, so I'm excited to see what we have. We have 7 of Swords, Moon and Aquarius with futility. We have wealth with the 10 of Pentacles, Mercury in Virgo. Okay. And we have earned success with Mercury in Aquarius, representing the 6 of Swords. All right, so 6 and the 7 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. All right, so this person is about creating legacies, focused towards career, material, health and well-being, could be towards the home and family oriented as well. On a journey, on a quest to achieve something great. They like to keep their plans a bit secretive. They are very strategic about the way forward. They might have heavy Aquarius in their chart, or a Gemini as well, because they have Mercury being emphasized twice. Either way, the mind, the air element is quite high with this person here. Their mind is their best asset, at least in their viewpoint. They are intelligent and they like to use their resources very cleverly. Their focus might be to acquire great wealth for themselves and their family, and so on. Okay, let's get into this person a little bit more. They might be really unique as well, and I feel like they're a little bit misunderstood. Like their intentions might be doubted quite often by people, and at some point they just give up trying to explain themselves, and they're like, well, if you want to perceive me this way, then go right ahead. I'm just gonna refocus and look at what I want to accomplish instead of trying to placate you. I'm just gonna do what I do best and go my way. Okay, the 7 of Swords is that rebel quality, and rebel can be destructive or constructive, right? It is simply an energy, so it is up to this person how they are utilizing it. On an immature level, this can be just hiding each and every facet of themselves and not really expressing anything, keeping cold and distant and detached from people that they are even emotionally bonding towards, just closing their hearts out and refocusing in order to escape, right? That is the shadow side. But on the plus side, it is about being very clever with resource and tactful with the words, and being very clear about what type of people or community they want to interact with and engage in terms of an emotional level, and who is not belonging in that particular zone. It is likely that they also have different zones of emotional connections with people. So they have these 4 people constitute my family, so they are my closest. Then I have my friend circle, those whom I have known for more than a decade. And then in the outer circle, we have people who are, more recent friends or still getting to know but have a good feeling about. And then there is like the absolute no-no about most of the people in their life, right? So they're very selective about who they emotionally engage with, because whoever they do bring close to their lives, they are very loyal towards. It's sort of like they can keep secrets, and this can be for the other people as well, right? So they will not divulge other people's essential information. So once they are involved, they're really in it. And with the Ten of Pentacles as well, that is being emphasized, where they look for stability. Aquarius is a fixed sign as well. So, it looks for something that is long-lasting, something more eternal, or something more prevalent for the big picture. All right, let's get some more info. Pile 3 viewers. Who is this person that has a crush on pile 3? Okay, this person has a unique perspective as well, or a unique view on life. That has different types of goals that they strive towards as likely. With the Four of Cups, I feel like they get bored quite easily, and because of that, they look for excitement. Aquarius is sort of like an eternal teen of the zodiac, so they always want to look for something exciting, something new, something fresh, unique, new perspectives, and that's where they're constantly on this journey of trying to find something and just going off feeling instead of having a very set in stone type of aspiration. All right, then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so this is giving me two vibes combined with the Four of Cups. This tells me that they're a little bit moody, especially when they're feeling unfulfilled in life. But when they have a clear vision, or like an idea of which way they want to be headed next, then they're able to grab opportunities, they're able to recognize opportunities, and it's sort of like they acknowledge the opportunities that have been there even when they have not been looking. So there is an increase in gratitude, and there is a very quick cycling up of their life story. We also have the Star, which is Aquarian. The Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. But both of these cards have one thing in common, just oriented towards high vision. So they have very big goals. They are future oriented. They might constantly think, not constantly, but they might often think about what they look like 5 years from now or 3 years from now. And they might be curious about what they are headed towards, what they want to be headed towards. How can, they come into alignment with what is for their best, their highest good, not only for themselves, but the world around as well. Aquarius is humanity oriented, but they try to help constructively. It's not necessarily through art and poetry, but they can use innovations and technology. They can use their words, their thoughts, their intelligence, all of these different ways of reaching to the world. It's a very constructive and productive way of reaching the world, instead of a more touchy-feely heart to heart type of situation, right? So even though they do seem detached in general, they definitely have an affinity towards you here. The Star and the Wheel of Fortune could be that it will all work out in divine timing, that sort of thing. If it is meant to be, it will be. We will be tied by a cord through the end of time, and it's just a matter of when it comes into being. All right, now because there is that fixed sign energy here, this person might be resistant to act on their dreams. They might have a lot of thoughts and ideas and a very strong vision of what is required to happen, but if they don't act on this, then they can feel like everything is futile, and no matter how much they try, they will not head anywhere, and that this long-term vision is simply that, a goal, and therefore they stick in this energy of just staying in one place, feeling stuck, even though they have the power to create their own life here. The Star can also be talking about how they perceive you as someone who's better off, or achieving things, going through their cycles, learning through the ups and downs of life, but eventually in the big picture, you're definitely moving forward. Meanwhile, they're still sitting there and hoping to move. So they sort of look up to you and admire you as well. Okay, let's get some more information. Can we know a little bit more about this person, please, who has a crush on pile 3 viewers? Can we learn about this person who has a crush on this pile? Yeah, we have light in the unexpected. I was going to say expect the unexpected. Okay, But light in the unexpected is a tower moment, and it is represented with the lightning strike and the illumination, the epiphanies that come with the breakdown of old structures, right? The wisdom that is gained in the aftermath and so on. It's a necessary and a fateful change that needs to happen. So it's sort of like they're waiting for some external push to come that, shoves them in the right direction instead of them picking themselves up and moving towards it. Light in the unexpected can also signify that they gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom from the universe, from the people around. There could be some important conversations they have in their everyday life that has a profound impact on the way they perceive the world, and that might have led them to also move into action. It could be your contribution too, if you're more growth oriented than this person. This person wants to be growth oriented, definitely has the potential to do that, and I think they try to be, but then they simultaneously hold themselves back or hide themselves underneath many different masks that actually does not need to be there. Okay, what else was it? Yes, with the lightning and the epiphany, I was getting the Aquarian vibe as well, because the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and Uranus is representing everything unexpected, everything that is shocking and surprising and just comes out of the blue, and yet it moves you to a place of greater wholeness and freedom. We have You Are Epic. Okay, this is the Emperor number as well. Your epic is like this person knows their worth, but I feel a simultaneous thing. It's like they learn about their worth by admiring other people. It's through others that they learn their own value. Okay, so they might surround themselves with people who are completely uninspired as well, to simply resonate with these groups of people. So I feel like there are levels of boundaries, even though it is there, it is defined only on an emotional level, not necessarily in the practical sense. I don't know if this information is like very specific, but that's simply what I'm getting. Also with Your Epic, it can be talking about the idealization that they feel towards you, that you are on your way, that you are really good at what you're doing, and it's sort of like, I wish I could be like you, or something like that. I wish I could be as epic as you. That vibe is what I'm getting there. And we have Fearless Expression with card number 55. So yeah, 55 is all about making big changes, fateful changes occurring, major turning points in life, which helps you unleash yourself and express yourself much better and more authentically. That's the most important part here, right? Okay, then we have What Do You Really Want? Being at a crossroads. Which way do I go? Because there is always that choice to keep doing what you are currently doing, or try something new and see how that works out. So in this moment, I feel like they are in this position, this junction point of literally three different things, of the past and of the future. One is their internal struggle of emotional dissatisfaction. One is of their goals and aspirations in terms of an objective sense, and the other is sort of what makes them fit in the greater whole. It's two different visions that they're working towards, but there is one block that stops them. But because it is one block that is kind of at the baseline of each and every section of their life, it's one problem that permeates throughout the different areas. It's sort of, how do I say this? It's kind of like they need a perspective shift, okay? And I think they're going through that. And while the Tower moment can happen really quickly, the aftermath of it takes some time. The person has to comprehend what just happened, and then they have to work with it as well, because otherwise it was all futile anyway. How do you convert from... Because clearly you cannot go back once you know certain things, once you become a certain way. You can't go back to the old ways of being. The Tower moment is sort of like that. Okay, once you've gone up, once you've broken down that old structure, you're not going to go back there. Even if you rebuild that same structure, you will still do something about it different. And that little difference is going to take you forward. Perhaps that little difference is what was needed. Okay, so what do you really want? They're really questioning what is inspiring, what really gives me free expression, helps me feel fearless, and that there is a restriction of I don't want to talk, I don't want to communicate, I'm going to keep things to myself and hide things and mask things and not reveal. But in the process they're also not revealing to themselves if they're not able to be honest in general with them. I'm not saying they're a liar, okay, I'm not saying that, but if they're going to be very, very selective about what information they reveal and what they do not with each and every situation, to the point where it is overly protective of themselves or overly rigid in terms of their wealth and accomplishments and career, then they're restricting their own expression, because expression is always fluid, it is changing, it is always evolving, right? So they're learning this growth mindset mentality. Yes, we have nourished the sacred feminine. They're starting to look at their divine feminines. They are taking a look at, the feelings they have, what is inspiring, what moves them towards a certain goal, what moves their heart in the first place. We have you are living poetry. They could be artistic in some way, whether it is a profession or just their way that they orient themselves mentally. This is also talking about what am I creating? What are the ripple effects here? And feeling protected while you're doing that, being able to be vulnerable and yet feel protected. This is something that they're learning at the moment here. But definitely has an artistic streak and perhaps has very strong emotions. That's why they're also nervous about expressing that fearlessly. We have 2 blues here. So definitely the throat chakra and communication coming up really strong. They could be in communication sectors as well. Let's learn some more. Given that we have so many artistic cards, this deck is absolutely appropriate. Let's go. Pile 3 viewers. Who is crushing on pile 3 viewers? Okay. We have Thumbelina and we have discomfort. Oh, trying to fit into small boxes, into small cages. That's what I'm hearing. They're trying to box themselves in and they think that that is going to make them feel safe, but it's actually making them more uncomfortable because they are not themselves. That was a very clear message I got there. Feeling too small, feeling like they don't making themselves small and hiding themselves away, because dreaming big and going for something big, taking a risk there is going to be scary. And at some points in our journey, it is important to keep things a little bit under wraps because we don't yet feel secure within ourselves. But it is important also to work on that, security. Whenever you begin something absolutely new, no one's going to be fully confident and out there and just perfect from the get-go. Some or the other area of that work or area of life is going to need some more experience in order to gather confidence in it, right? But I feel like some of these people who have chosen pile 1 here, the people who are crushing on you, some of these they kind of are comfortable with the discomfort. It's like, I'm small anyway, and what can one person alone do? They kind of diminish the power that they themselves have, and that's because they're stopping their sacred feminine from expressing itself. But what they're shifting into with the 6 of Swords as well, they're shifting into not embracing the discomfort, but acknowledging it, and at the same time respecting the individual contribution they can build, they can bring into the world, into their connections. Okay, all right. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3 viewers. Here's a crush on pile 3 viewers. Okay, thank you. So we have flight and supernova. Yeah. This person can be, when they move, they might move really fast, or they burst with creativity. They come in bursts. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. They're very unexpected in the way they come in and go, in and out of your life, or in the way that they act to their external stimulus. But they definitely have so much creativity, and it's as though they want to rush towards this creation, the source point. The supernova looks like there's the star in the middle, and then there's the birth of the rest of the creation. The planets would be created around it, while the star here gives the light, energy, and source. So this person wants to find that source of energy, their fuel in their life, in order to feel safe and protected, and as though they have their own gravity, their own vortex in which they can start creating their desired reality. They really want to move away from the reality that they are experiencing at this moment. This person might be into traveling, or new destinations for the Six of Swords as well, or they might travel for their job, or be in the travel sector. That's possible too, but either way, this travel is very inherent in this person's world as they experience new places and new people. Their understanding, their limits are expanded. The horizons are really growing here, and as the horizon expands, there is more that is created in the space that is now available to them. They're in this expansive state. Please describe this person for pile 3. We get 4 cards. Let's see what we have. Playfulness. Yeah, definitely the teen part of them is here. We have prosperity and compassion. And we have determination and creative achievement, precisely. And we also have gratitude. Yeah, the practice in gratefulness. With the Four of Cups, they might have struggled with being grateful for the little things and not acknowledging the gifts that are there, and instead focusing on the things that are not there, are not fulfilled. So this person here is practicing this now, and this epiphany could have come very suddenly, or it just came into their awareness, and once it was there, they could not ignore it anymore. But it is simultaneously helping them have more determination, have more faith, find the motivation and inspiration to act on their dreams, okay, because it is their dream. Yeah, and therefore they want to create this, wealth, career stability, home stability, and in the future then, move towards healthy partnerships and home life situations. Prosperity and compassion, that's what they're oriented towards. They might be finding this through you as well. You might be like that, you might be showing them the parts of themselves that they ignore, and through you they're able to understand themselves better, which goes back to my earlier point that they learn through other people instead of from themselves. So the people they surround themselves with are going to have a very strong impact in their lives. Alright, so let's get to your Astro Dice. Time to viewers with country. Let me zoom in. So, yeah. Alright, we have Sun in the 8th house in Taurus. They could have Taurus in the 8th house. That would make them... What would that make them? Scorpio. That would be a Libra rising. Aquarius air sign is definitely like really loud and clear, but they definitely have this creative streak as well. Either they have heavy placements in the 5th house, like Sun in the 5th house, for example. Or Leo has some strong placements in their chart, as in some strong planets and the relationships they're forming. Sun is also the symbol for creativity, it's for creation, it's about the supernova basically. They're looking for their illumination and light, and you could be, if you're in contact with them and you know the effect that you have in their life, then this here looks so reminiscent of each other. That would be pointing towards how they find clarity with you around, that you show them the hidden parts of your mind, that you open their eyes to things that were previously unseen, subconscious things that were ignored. And 8th house is basically the shadow sides, the parts that are unacknowledged, that are fractured from our perception of our identity. But as we progress in life, whatever topics are there in the 8th house are transformed into another version of that same zodiac. Okay, so Taurus, what could begin as rigidity, laziness, procrastination, being stuck and being fixed in a certain way, can then transform into immense wealth and stability and comfort and the warmth to the home and stuff like that. Things that are valuable and pleasurable to this person. They can surround themselves with those types of mentality. Growth oriented is instead of a rigid mindset. Okay, let's see chart. Oh, we get a lot. We have a bird, we have a heart, we have this ribbon here, and the wand, and this four-pointed flower. This again talks to me about stability. It's about love and compassion and prosperity. This is about celebrations and successes. And this is fire, passion, spark, inspiration that we were talking about. And this bird is about freeing yourself and expressing yourself freely, expressing the heart freely, having the courage to do that, and find accomplishment and celebration in the ability to express the self. That's what this person is about, at least in this phase of their life. They're really working on transforming the way they view themselves, their self-worth. Taurus is about self-worth, their personal finances, and if they have joint partnerships with people in terms of the finances, or they work in the tax department or banking or something, then it is about finding their niche in that area as well, but that would be specific to only some of you. Okay, let's get some more information. Pile 3 viewers. Who has a crush on Pile 3 viewers? I'm feeling some more. Yeah, okay, so we have Temperance that fell into the thing. Yes, so we have we also have Six of Swords again. Really, they're transforming. We have Six of Pentacles, so 2 sixes. That's about finding harmony in life, working towards harmony. That would be a Libra quality too. Reciprocity, equality, the equal give and take of things, that is very important to this person. G and Y. Okay, so these could be some initials that are theirs, first, last, middle name, or yours. It can also be some place that you work in and is of special significance to you, but it doesn't have to be. It's just another area of another thing to just look at for additional confirmation. But Temperance is again that trying to find balance. They want to move towards something, a place where they're a lot more in balance. Harmony, that's what they're looking for. Sixes are also about harmony. They're harmony oriented too. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this reading resonated. I know there was quite a lot of specific information, so please let me know if anything resonated. I would love to hear back. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I hope to see you in some of my other videos. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 4, thank you so much for being here. Let's get into your reading. Who has a crush on you? Let's see. So we have the Seven of Pentacles coming up first, and we have the Explorer of Pentacles. So 2 Pentacles, very grounded energy. This person, practical, results oriented, slow and steady in their movements. They want to take practical steps and make sure that they follow through each and every day. Very methodical as well. They could have heavy earth sign placements: Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Let's get these cards so we can see a little bit more about this person. Very patient and humble, very grounded. Could be very much into nature as well, or gardening, farming. Explorer of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, by the way. Then we have the Knight of Cups. This is a water sign: Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So they're very emotionally empathetic, compassionate, and open. They can understand really great depths of, if they choose to open their hearts, then they are capable of reaching strong depths. They could have Moon in Taurus or Capricorn or Virgo. Okay, what else do we get? Knights are about action-orientedness, so either way they're a cardinal sign or someone who takes initiative, someone who puts in the work every day and are basically action-oriented. Then we have the Hermit here, which is the Virgo energy again. The Hermit is someone who is sage, okay, has learned from life, has gathered wisdom from personal experiences. It's not only about reading textbooks and learning things, right? We learn in so many different ways, and this person really acknowledges the various ways of approaching life that there are. And just gathers experiences through their everyday habits and routines and the work that they do, and they're very methodical with all of that, as we discussed. They're also very organized and well managed. They look for what is true, what is correct. So in terms of work ethic, they have a very good work ethic. They show up on time, they do their work diligently. Okay, then we also have the Empress here with Venus as the planet. So in terms of love, they are very dedicated and open as well. Virgo, Knight of Cups too, they're very loyal and compassionate and extremely loving. They can reach such depths that they feel as though words are not enough. So I will show you through gestures. Okay, so you might not hear a lot about this person or from this person in terms of love confessions and grand gestures and stuff, but they will do very little things, like if you like your pencil kept in a certain way, or your pen in a pen stand in a certain way, or a place, then they would be going out of their way to make that right for you. Or if you like a certain dish, or I don't know, okay, it depends on what you prefer and where you actually meet this person. But these are some examples of the very little things that you do without realizing, but that give you a satisfaction or a comfort. This person would observe those things, take note of those things, and then take action and make gestures in that direction. The Empress also, Venus rules Libra and Taurus. Once again, that the connection orientedness, the groundedness is coming up, very close with nature as well. Some of them really could be in the farming sector, or they have their own backyard garden or something that they work on. That could be like a side hobby of theirs. As you get closer to them, they are more expressive. They can put words to their emotions, but that's not like their go-to method. Okay, let's see a little bit more. Pile for viewers who has a crush on them. Yeah. Okay, Eight of Swords. Okay. And we have Six of Cups. Oh, okay. So this tendency of like holding back, staying silent, and like making little gestures could be because they want to test the fields before they divulge a lot of themselves too soon. So if you don't feel the same way about them, then they will be hesitant. So what they do is these side little gestures that will gauge whether you're into those things or not, or whether like the little smile you have or the look you have in your face or the way you respond can have a very strong impact to how they take things further in this connection if you want them to. Eight of Swords is like not knowing and filled with self-doubt, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna take it really, really, really slow just to be safe. Okay, that's what that's giving me. They have a lot of fears of perhaps rejection or not being recognized for what they can offer, and they believe that the lack of recognition from the other person is a direct rejection, right? But in reality, everyone sees things a little bit differently, and we express in a different manner as well, but they take it as a personal comment. So they're a little bit touchy about their self-image here, what they're capable of. This could have been defined from past relationships, or it could be inner child wounds that they are still carrying. Therefore, they're very protective over their heart, even though and especially because they know that they're capable of giving so much love, that they're, open to, they can open up to so much that it can become overwhelming from them if they do not catch themselves. Okay, so that you might find themselves like quickly withdraw. They come and then do these little gestures, and then they just go back in like, nope, enough done, enough said, I'm just gonna exit the situation just in case it spins out. I see 3, 6 and 9 as well. This could be some synchronicity you're seeing, but it's also a very potent manifestation method. I have not done it because I don't really have that much of a discipline to do that, and I have 2 different jobs, so it's very difficult to manage that. But I see that it works for so many different people. Perhaps that's a way that you can manifest this person if you desire this person as well, or that this person unconsciously or I'm feeling more unconsciously uses in their everyday life to manifest their circumstances as well. So it very heavily depends on what you're wishing for. What do you repeatedly think? If this person is constantly in this vibe of fear and rejection, fear of rejection, being misunderstood, being left out, for not being seen for who they are, etc., then that's what you're basically creating and manifesting. 3, 6, and 9 is just repeating a certain set of affirmations 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the middle of the day, and then 9 times before going to bed, something like that. Please search it online if you're interested in exploring that. But it's like whatever you think very repeatedly, that is what you're spinning outward as well. And I see that with the many spirals we'll see in this card there. All right, let's see some more cards here. Pile 4 viewers, who has a crush on pile 4? Turquoise. Who has a crush on pile 4? Okay, we have mood painting. And we have synesthesia. Okay. So using 2 or 3 different methods. I feel like they might overload themselves sometimes because they're being like protective and like taking things very, very slow with stuff. They overload themselves with more overthinking or complicating things that don't need to be complicated. So while their imagination is extremely vivid, they might have trouble expressing that in a productive manner that appeals to various parts of the crowd. They might have that trouble with expressing because they want to be just very, very careful. But synesthesia is also about being very aware. So on the plus side, if they're aware of these fears, then the Knight of Cups works on those things. It does not ignore the emotions that lie underneath the surface, but uses that as a learning tool and works with it, using all of these senses and feelings that are available to it to create something beautiful out of that. Right? So in this case, that would be that grounded, practical, hands-on approach of things, using your eyes, ears, nose, and your feel to, make something happen for you. Right? So on the plus side, they can use this same energy in a very productive manner. I'm also getting this 3 again, 3, 6, and 9. Yeah, they have a very wonderful imagination, very beautiful. But I'm seeing like an incoherence a little bit. Like they're not yet able to showcase what they would like to, or how they would like to showcase something. And I think that's why they're taking time and they're like, okay, you know what, let me keep working on this. So they're not in the pioneer stage yet, they're not in the inventor stage yet, but they're definitely like heading towards it. They have a vision of what it would look like in the future if they do surmount their troubles, and if life takes them in a different turn, and they're being patient about it. And they're taking it one step at a time, they're discovering a lot about themselves, they're contemplating very deeply. All of this, comes in, and with time itself you can, flourish, right? Let's see some more. Yeah, we have the distraction of shiny things. Okay, so this tells me that even though they know what their goals are and that they keep stopping themselves. I feel they keep withdrawing, whether it is in terms of expressing emotionally or not, but they really it looks like they're stopping themselves. They get distracted, they allow themselves to get distracted by things that are not important, because they know what their visions and aspirations are. They know what they want to achieve, or they want to create, or how they want to feel moving forward. They know all of those things, and they do work on that, but then they repeatedly slip back into old habits, or come back into those fears because they're not able to shake it off, or they feel like it's still there. And it's sort of a fluctuation I'm getting. It's vibrating in one spot, taking one step ahead, one step back, one step ahead and one step back. That really, it feels a little bit stuck. And we have Creator Earth as well, again, the Earth sign coming up, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. But this is again putting one foot after the other, doing something hands-on, taking practical steps and methodical steps to make something worthwhile and long-lasting happen. That's definitely their desire to create more stability on Earth in terms of the material resources. But it's as though their mind is conflicted and their heart is, reflecting back on the past a lot, looking at the future a lot, but they're not focusing on the present as of yet. But with the Hermit here, this contemplation is definitely coming up, and they have this awareness within. It's just they're aware of it as well, but it's just a question of what will they do about it and when. Okay. Let's see. For that, I have made a video before. Their intentions and actions, I believe. You can check that out if you're interested. Okay, let's see. Pile 4's person. Who was a crush on Pile 4? They might be into food. Yeah, really getting the farming, food type of thing. Cozy. Alright, we have sweet thoughts. And we have enthusiasm and friendship. Yeah, their friends are very important to them. Pray you love, remember their plans. That's my thoughts. I don't understand the quote here. But they want to take action with these two cards here. It looks like they want to take action in their life. They want to fix things. They want to. But I'm only hearing that. I want to. But I'm not. Or I don't know how yet. So their friends are very important in helping them realize where they can take actions. And they are able to uplift this person, bring some joy and exuberance into their life. They might spend a lot of time with childhood friends, that's possible as well, and they might feel free to express only in that area of life. But they're really trying to embrace their divine feminine, be more expressive, be in touch with emotions, but at the same time express that in a balanced and a practical manner here on Earth. Do something about those things that are dormant, right? That seems to be their sole focus. This is also 15, the Devil card, so they might have an addictive personality, or they are currently caging themselves, getting intoxicated in difficult thought processes, having difficulty finding the sweet thoughts by themselves. They're unable to navigate through the problems in their life, so they're just taking it slow, and they're like, okay, I will see what comes. But they might be being too careful. That's also one thing that is coming out, right? Devil is also Capricorn energy, another earth sign. Alright, let's see. I want to get this here for this person. Who is crushing on Pile 4 viewers? Yeah, see? Yeah, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. You could have known this person for a while as well, and they're seeing you with different eyes. That's possible. But if you have not known this person, then this is just letting go of the ways they have been in the past, or if they have lingering feelings for their past connections, and they're working on letting that go, and learning to open their mind and open their eyes to what is right in front of them and what they are wanting to have in their life, to actually do the grunt work and move in that direction. Okay, not keeping stuck. And then we have the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah, this is talking about that open mind again, not going in with like a definite idea of what you want, but instead allowing the universe as well to create what is beneficial for you in its time, in its space. Okay, because it's sort of like the universe knows better than I do, because I have limited perceptions. On the plus side, this is someone who works in service to humanity, uses their spiritual nature and to create more balance, harmony, and peace in the world. And they have worked on their own limiting beliefs and fears. They have learned from their past, and now they are more able to, express themselves creatively, coherently, and constructively as well. It depends on what level of evolution this person is in. Everyone watching this pile will have different people, and they will be in different points in their journey, so please take it as it resonates. We have happiness is my birthright, really that yellow coming up again. So they're recognizing that they're worthy of being happy and that they should be happy, and that's the place to create. That's the place where you get inspiration and movement. It doesn't just appear out of thin air, and if you keep yourself stuck, then you're not going to move to the future that you wish you could create, because you're doing nothing right now, and whatever you're doing at this moment is creating the perpetual vortex taking you forward and forward, right? This today, right now, is you creating your world. Each second that passes, you're moving into the future. How do you want to spend it? These are certain things they are questioning. They're like, this is a very deep and contemplative stage for them in their life, and also very pivotal in the way that they perceive the movement forward. This is not to say that moving ahead there will be no difficulties and that it will not be uphill anymore, because you see the mountains here. But the Knight of Pentacles wants to become the King of Pentacles, and in order to do that, it has to surmount the challenges and obstacles that appear in front by, again, diligently going at it one by one, not sitting there stagnant, being slow just to be careful, being all hoarding and whatever, right? There's nothing rigid about this. You need to transform that into productive action or service to something, somewhere, in some way, right? So that's what they're desiring, that's what they're moving through. It's sort of like they're simultaneously giving themselves a pep talk. They're finding the hope and the light and the optimism, and at the same time they're like, yeah, but remember the past, how it has caused problems, how that relationship worked out, how that career worked out. Like, they're constantly reminding themselves of the things that have not worked out. Critical does not mean they're definitely criticizing themselves, their emotional behavior or something, or their spiritual stage, their level in work, or the capacity they should have, things like that. They're measuring against a yardstick that is not real, because the only yardstick they have for themselves is their own past. And if they honestly believe that in the past they have not been the best version of themselves, then well, start now. Okay, it's better late than never. And what is late anyway? It's all relative, right? So this person is just seeing things with all of these things with fresh eyes, learning all of these things as they go with experience, and they're just recognizing how they themselves have created this vortex for them. Okay, and if they've not been there yet, this is something that they will realize. It is very inevitable, since this is just a process of learning and growth, right? Okay, let's get you. Oh wait, I will get you these cards first. Powerful viewers. Who has a crush on powerful viewers? Synchronous rotation. Okay, this is again. This is reminding me of a centrifugal force. I don't know why. It's sort of like being shaken up. You know how blood and plasma is separated? I'm not sure if you know, but like there is this device there. When we go for blood tests, the vials are kind of rotated such that the denser particles, settle down, and the lighter particles are up when it is like settled, and that way you can separately. There are many different places that this is applied, but either way it is to separate the different particles and seeing them individually. Okay, so on the plus side, it's a very methodical way to go. You're analyzing both sides of an argument or a situation, and you can move with a very level-headed perspective. But on the negative side, you're nitpicking at things that don't need to be nitpicked, right? With Virgo, there is that perfectionistic tendency. So in their minds, if it is not top class, if it's not their best, then it is an absolute fail, right? But that is not giving themselves constructive criticism to keep moving forward, right? So synchronous rotation is trying to find that balance, to just keep rotating and moving and trying to see when it fits, when it clicks, all right? But when, yeah, I think I've explained it enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do your astro dice now. Who is the crushing type for viewers? Aquarius, 10,000 Saturn. Yeah, they feel blocked in expressing their unique talents and services in the eyes of the public, or in their career sector. It's like they want to create a legacy that is very different and unique from what has already been done, so innovative and inventive. But they restrict themselves with Saturn there. They put on a lot more obligations and pressures than there need to be. This could be as a result of previous authority figures in their life as well, or a father figure who might be an Aquarius, or has that commanding thing like, no, I'm not even going to consider your side of the story, and this is simply how it is, and that's just how it is, right? But Aquarius does not like to be put in one box, right? That's not what it is. And when it boxes itself in, like Saturn would do within Aquarius, then it just feels incomplete, and it constantly has this search for something more, something unique, something particular to itself. And that's what Saturn, through its pressure and constriction, tries to create. And for this person, it is in the area of career and the long-term legacy and public image as well. Okay, so the journey is long and hard, but it is sustainable, and once you surpass a certain exam, you're not going back. That's why Saturn is the strict teacher as well. It has its own place, of course, and in this person's life, through the limiting beliefs, Saturn asks you to work through them, not avoid them, not evade them in any way. No workarounds, no loopholes, no. You're gonna work through these thoughts, all right? Yeah, so it's a tough time, I have to say. All right. We have a flower. How is this though? Yeah, like this, I suppose. Yeah, we have a clothespin, keeping it together. That's what I'm hearing. Bird, leaf, a lotus. Yes, and we have the celebration ribbon here. Keeping it together. That's something they try to do. They put a pin on things. This could be like specific to some conversation you've had as well. I know it's weird, but talking about like nature with the flowers there. Or again, can be going back to the whole farming things. There could be the flower plant, what do you call it? Florist, or they take care of the garden. Yeah, it's possible, but in another way, this is talking about abundance and expressing yourself and unleashing yourself, being very grounded in your approach, but having a very practical stance on creativity. Okay, being successful at something, that's what they desire. Bird here to express themselves as they are, find their place, their niche in the world. Yeah, and create something that is sustainable, that goes down the line. Yeah, whether it is again for themselves, for the future, or it is for the world in general, or it can even be in terms of their family. Although I feel like they have a more special attachment to their mother figure, whoever that was. Could be the father or the mother, but whoever was the more nurturing parent, in the sense of the creation and what makes you feel good, right? What else was I getting? They're definitely success oriented. That's something, but it's sort of like they idolize and then pedestal something so much that they make it hard for themselves to reach that same standard, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But once they have a very clear vision and purpose, they are willing to go the long mile and make something happen. Stubborn. They could be stubborn here. With so many earth signs, they could be very stubborn. Okay. Let's get some more. Pile 4 viewers. Who has a crush on Pile 4? Oh, wow. Alright, let's go at it. I'm sorry it's taking a while for you guys. We have 3 of Swords, Knight of Wands. I'm going to try to keep it short, okay? We have 5 of Cups, the Star, the Moon, 10 of Cups, okay, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. What is this letter here? Let me see. S. That is the Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Magician. Okay. They are afraid because they are still hurting from their past losses, and they're focusing on the losses and not seeing the blessings in disguise. They have hopes and aspirations, but they idolize it so much that they are also simultaneously fearful of pursuing them. They like to keep things under the wraps. They don't want to reveal too much too fast. They're very careful with their mind, their resources, with new people at least. When they communicate tactfully. They might have a very good way with words. They're diplomatic as well. They do have a lot of energy. They want to create something very happy and long-lasting. And they will have enough resources to make things happen for themselves. It's just a matter of, are they going to use these resources for the future betterment, or are they going to remain in the negative mindset and use what resources come and settle for something lesser? Either way, they will be fine. There will be a certain level of stability in this person. They have some sort of protection here, but they can really upcycle and create a new foundation for themselves if they desire. They have a lot of passion. They are in general very adventurous as well, or they look for some new experiences when they feel stuck in a rut. They might like to travel and talk to their again, the Queen of Pentacles is the mother figure, so their mother might have a special attachment towards this person. This person thinks that the mind is extremely active in this person here. The Magician, Mercury, way with words, smooth talking. Yeah, might have a very good range of vocabulary as well, such that they can manipulate the conversations. Again, in the immature sense, this will show up in a negative manipulation, but you know, if this person is more sorted out in general, like the variations of the personality we discussed, then this person is not manipulating to harm people, but to create a certain effect and improve the life of people around. Okay. Yes. All right. Wow, that was a lot of cards. I hope the reading resonated though. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I hope to see you some other time. Take care. Bye.